What's up guys, Chaz here. I'm extremely excited to put these videos out for you. So I am a new FBA seller myself. I'm almost 4 weeks into it. It's been an incredible journey so far. As you can see, I'm filming here in my home office slash gym slash garage. So I built this little setup here. Got my shelf up last night, all my supplies. And I wanted to start making videos specifically for you newbies because I know a lot of people want to do this so bad. You're looking at everyone else's numbers in the Facebook groups and you know there's potential, but you still have no idea what to do. What products do I buy? How the heck do I ship them? What do I do about labeling, boxes, all that kind of stuff? So I am here to give out all the advice I can, absolutely free, just based on what I've been doing the last 4 weeks. And I've generated almost $1,500 in my first 4 weeks, which has just been nuts. I did not expect for everything to just blow up the way it did, but it's because I made a decision. Number one, before you start anything, you need to make a decision that this is going to work. You are going to bust your butt and make it work. Once you've made that decision, then you can move on. So this video, I'm going to run you through the exact step-by-step process from start, which is having your product, to finish. So I'm going to show you on my computer the exact steps to list the product, to print off the labels, and to box it up and ready to ship out. So I have a few things for you. Just a few random thrift finds I found. For example, this guy was 10 bucks, still brand new. So don't be afraid to go into thrift shops, guys. Look at this. Everything is still wrapped up, brand new. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but out of 10 bucks, I know there was a pretty good profit on this, and we'll see once we get into the system. Random little goodies. I'm gonna use these as an example for you guys. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna list these, and I am personally shipping these to my personal account, so you're gonna see exactly what to do. Let's dive in. All right guys, so step number one, assuming you've already created your seller's account, highly recommend you go with the pro version if you plan on listing more than 40 items per month. So what we're gonna do is inside of here, we're gonna go inventory, add product, located your UPC code. You basically have two options. Number one, you can do it the way that I've been doing it the last 3 weeks. Like I said, I want to show you guys bare bones basics. You don't need fancy equipment right out the gate. Number one, you can input the UPC code by hand on your computer right in this box here. Or if you want to upgrade and spend $20 to $30, which I actually just did today and I'm super excited about, it's a scanner. So it saves you the time and hassle of plugging in 10 digits. So what you go through and do is scan that barcode and it pops that number right in there. But since we're doing this old school, so you guys can get going right away without much equipment, we're gonna get going with this. So I'm gonna plug this in for 0272 4258529 and 4. Plug that in. So right here is that Sony handset that I showed you guys earlier. Make sure the UPC code is matching. That's a very important aspect. If you see more than one item listed, make sure yours is the exact model. Click sell yours. Now, of course, as you do this with your product, you're going to see very similar pages. Now, you can see right here, you have all the information that you need. You have everything from your sales rank to what the list price is, brand, etc. And what's cool about FBA, guys, is you never know what hidden treasures are going to be inside of those stores out there, whether it be a thrift store, your local Goodwill, or a retail store like Walmart or Target. I found this thing for 10 bucks, guys, and I can already see list price is going for $70. Even the used price is going for $45. So I just turned 10 bucks into potentially $30, $40, $50. Now, you're going to see a lot of different stuff, and this confused me so much when I first started. It took me hours to do my first product because I was trying to input all this stuff. You do not need it. Why? Because we're tagging on our product onto someone else's listing. That's why all of this is here, which means you don't have to do any of that work. All you need to worry about are two things: your price and condition. Always putting condition first. This one is actually brand new. The box has been opened, but the product itself is new. But I'm still going to type in here, new open box, and I'll just add in taped back shut. You know what, just to make it sound a little bit better, I'll put new and unused. So anytime you have dinged up boxes or anything like that, you never want the consumer to be surprised by when the product shows up. You know, put yourself in their shoes. You want to know exactly what you're getting ahead of time. So this tells them it's a new unused product. The box has been opened and just taped back shut. And then you want to look at price. Now this is where sometimes it will list it right next to here, but this one actually shows it right up here. So list price is for $70 new. Used is going for about $45. This is where you need to make your call. If you price it cheap, you're going to sell fast, but you're sacrificing that margin, that profit. It might take a little bit longer, maybe a few days, few weeks, few months if you price it higher, but it will sell and you'll gain a bigger profit off of it. So I'm actually going to go with $59.99 on this guy. $10 short of the highest price because it is an open box. And that is it. That's all you need to worry about. Don't worry about any of this extra stuff. Now you have two options right here. If you are merchant fulfilled, meaning you keep the product at home, and when somebody buys it on Amazon, you ship it directly to that person, here's where you can click number 1. We're not worrying about that for this video. We're doing FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. So you're just going to click this bottom one right here. You want Amazon to ship and provide customer service for the items if they sell. Make sure that is done, save and finish. Now, if you are only shipping this one item, it's going to already start creating the shipping plan for you, which we're going to get into a little bit later in the video. But for now, don't worry about this because we have more items to do. So we're going to go back up to inventory and we're going to repeat the process, guys. We're going to add a new item. So I just picked up a book and I'm looking at the UPC code. So I'm going to plug this in. You don't have to do UPC code. It's the most accurate way to do it. You can see down here, I've done some prior listings. So you can actually search just by the term, but make sure the UPC code matches. So this one is going to be 0383456420005. So there is the guide I am looking at right here. UPC matches. I have one of these. I'm going to sell it. Again, all your information is right up here. I'm going to put down the condition. This is used. And I'm looking at it, making sure there's no major dings. It's not like new condition, so I'm actually going to put very good. Just a few minor flaws on the cover. If you want to up your game, you can add an image of what it looks like. And so right here you can see that for a very good used book, this is about what the price is going for. Now I can also look back up here and see a little bit more information. $12.13 plus $3.99, or there's 32 of these going used for about $4. So I'm actually just going to throw out a number here. I will be happy with $5.99 on this one. I picked this up for 25 cents, so that is not a whole lot out of my pocket. We're done with all of this. We don't need to worry about it. Bottom one is clicked. Save and finish. And we are going to rinse and repeat all the way back up to inventory, add product until all of your products are entered, and then I'll show you what to do for step 3. So step number 1 is have all of your material that you need to ship this to Amazon. Step number 2 is to list each item. Step number 3 will move into that. I'm going to go ahead and input all of my products, and then I'll come back for step number 3. All right, welcome to step number 3. This is where we're going to go ahead and create our first shipping plan. So once you have all your product in, you just click on inventory, manage inventory. And on the left here, you're just going to go through each of your items that you're actually sending in. You're going to go through and click on each of those. And we're going to go right up to action. Don't worry about too many of these right now. This is just the beginner's course, sending in your first couple shipments. So you're just going to click on send or replenish inventory. We're going to go ahead and confirm this. Now here's where we get to dive into the fun stuff, packing and shipping. So you're going to create a new shipping plan. Go ahead and make sure your address is accurate there. And then for packing type, we're doing individual products for this one because it's a variety of individual stuff. If you were doing case pack, that means you have one type of product but several units. So for now, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to stick with individual. And we will go ahead and click on continue. So right in here, step number 1 is going to be inputting your quantity, so how many of each item you have. So in these little boxes here, that's where you just put in how many you have. So for this particular load, we have 1 of each item, except for those countertop crisper units. And so we're just going to go right down here, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we're going to backtrack because this is where we have 2 of these that we're sending in. This tells Amazon how many item labels that we need to print off. Hit continue. And right here, if you have any special bagging that needs done with poly bags or anything like that, this is where an alert would pop up and tell you which special packaging you need. Looks like we are all clear here. And next up, you're going to mark who is actually putting the labels on the item. Especially in the beginning, you're going to want to count your pennies and not pay Amazon to do it for you yet. Once you get down the road, larger shipments, sure, you can afford to do that. But for now, we're going to put in the work ourselves. So make sure merchant is marked on each of those, along with how many labels that you need. We're going to click on print labels. That downloads, so we're going to go ahead and pop that open. This is where your address labels come into handy, just like what we talked about earlier in the video. So that page that has 30 of them, you want to put that inside of your printer and get it ready to go. For this one, you can see we only have a few items, but if we had 30, all of them would be printed off right here. So I'm going to go ahead and print these off, and then we're going to come back for step number 4. All right, guys, so now that we have our labels printed off, you literally just go through here, and I'm going to do it right here with you. You peel off each one, and you want to put this over the original barcode, because when these come into Amazon, they're going to scan this, and it's already in the system. Now, for some of these, like the Lion King right here, this doesn't have a barcode, so it really doesn't matter where you place it. I'm just going to put it right on the back here. Make sure those stickers are on there pretty good, because if this shows up to the warehouse and the sticker is gone or peeled off, they're going to charge you 20 cents to slap a new one on there. So you just go down the list. So for example, this one, there's the barcode. We're just going to cover that guy. That way it doesn't confuse the warehouse workers on which one they're going to do. And like I said, I'm doing this right here with you live, so you guys can see step by step exactly what I've been doing. So here's the Sony handset. Cover this guy. So you guys will see the term list, label, ship. That's basically the 3 steps it takes to become successful. List, label, and ship. And we're gonna move on to, which one is this? The repair book. And we have 2 more. Again, some of these do not have barcodes, so it really doesn't matter where you put that sticker on there. One last one here. So there you have it. We now have each one of our items are labeled, ready to go, ready to get checked in and scanned into the warehouse. We'll move on to how to ship these. We have prepped the products, meaning we have scraped off any residue of tape, any stickers, anything like that. We have listed the products, we have printed off the shipping labels. So now we move on to the final step, which is actually shipping these. So here's where we just left off. Merchant means we put the labels on, make sure it's the right amount of labels. After those are printed, you simply go to continue. And here is your final shipping plan. So here's what this does. See, I lucked out here. Because this was a small shipment, it is only telling me that to ship to 1 warehouse. Now with larger shipments, there's probably going to be 3, sometimes 4 different warehouses that you are shipping to. And it's no different than what we're gonna do here. All you do is when you complete 1 shipment, you click on work on another shipment and you go back and repeat the process. So what we're gonna do here, if this had 2 or 3 different warehouses, what I would do is click right here, view shipment contents. So I would take all of these units that it's telling me to, put them in 1 box, maybe 2 if I can't fit it into the right box. And that's going to, right here, you can see Indiana. Now, if I did that for box number 1, I would do the same for box number 2 and put whatever content it tells me to put in there. I'm going to approve the shipment. That's where I'm going to send these units today. It's going to work its little magic here. So here's where you see work on shipment. So you might have 2 or 3 of these if they're going to different locations. I'm going to click on work on shipment. All right, here's the final shipment page. This was another confusing one for me as a newcomer myself a few weeks ago. You want to make sure you're clicking small parcel delivery and Amazon partnered carrier, UPS. The cool part is UPS is partnered with Amazon, so you actually get a really nice discount on your actual shipping. So make sure that is marked there. Here's where you click. Typically, you'll be doing everything in one box if it's going to one location. If you have one SKU, so one product but multiple units, that's where you go with this guy. And then if you are shipping multiple boxes to the same location, that's where you click on this final one here. But we are shipping one box, so we will click on that. Here's where you simply box up your items, and it tells you the quantities right here. You're going to weigh. So here's where I should actually add, you might want to get a home scale, not your typical bathroom scale, a shipping scale. Again, go to Amazon, go to eBay, find yourself a shipping scale, input the box weight, the dimensions right here, and then you're going to click confirm after that, and we will go through that process right now. Now you simply grab your box, make sure everything is going to be in there, not super tight together. You want to make sure if you have any fragile toys, you want to throw some bubble wrap over those. Your goal is to get these into the warehouse as in great of condition as possible. So we're just going to stack these in here. And I'm going to take some of that craft paper I showed you. Grab a little bit more. That way when these are getting tossed around by UPS, they're not going to be damaged or destroyed. You can see there's not a whole lot of shaking around going on in there. So we go ahead and get this shut. I'm going to tape this up and show you the next step. Now that I have the box taped up, ready to go, I went ahead and weighed this. So I know that it is 7.12 pounds. And the dimensions are 12 by 12 by 10. Going to hit confirm. Right here, you hit calculate. This will pop out with what your shipping cost is. And here's the cool part is this is automatically going to be deducted from your seller's account, meaning you don't have to go to UPS and pay for it. It's already pre-done. And I'll show you what we're going to do with this. Go ahead and agree. Accept charges. So just like we did with those item labels, now we're going to do it with a box label. Open this up. So now you can see why we need those 2-page versions of the shipping labels. You can get ups.com. I'm going to go ahead and print these out. Once you have your shipping label printed off here, you're going to simply put this on the box. Now you want to make sure that these are on either side of the seam. You do not want them crossing because Amazon has to be able to scan these barcodes, and if they have to cut through them, that is going to throw all kinds of different stuff out of whack for them. You want to make this process as simply smooth as you can for them because it gets your stuff checked in a little bit sooner. So there you have it, folks. We have a completed FBA shipment ready to be dropped off at UPS and shipped out to hit the Amazon warehouse, and then you get to sit back, watch these puppies sell, and you get to start posting those numbers in the Facebook group that you see other people doing. Now, I'll end with this. All of this info is useless unless you are getting out there and finding product on a consistent basis. That's what will create the consistent paychecks. In the last 3 weeks, from the time I sent in my first shipment to right now, I'm 3 weeks and 2 days into this, and I've grossed $1,500 in sales. That cannot happen unless you take action, unless you make a decision you're going to make this thing work. I'm no one special. I don't have all the knowledge in the world about this business. I'm still learning myself, but you can see based on what I just did, my exact process. I will cover in another video what I do to go out there and find products. I'm finding thrift store deals like this. I'm going out to Goodwill. I'm doing a little bit of online resourcing, all that kind of stuff. So again, hopefully you took something out of this video. If you've been struggling with the item labeling or the shipping technique, all that kind of stuff, hopefully that cleared some stuff up. If you have any more questions, reach out to me. I am here to help you guys. I know what it's like to start in this business or in any business and not have support, not have the help that you need. That's what I'm here for, guys. I want to help you guys out the same way that a few people help me out. So aside from that, my name is Charles Leslie, Chaz as I'm known as. And if you want to join our Facebook group we just started, it's the Amazon FBA Rockstars. You can find the link in the description below. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like, comment. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know what future videos you would like to see, and I'd be happy to get those made for you. This has been Chaz. Peace out, crew. I'll see you later.